What's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are finally going to be filming part 2 of tuning my Ford Raptor. So if you missed part 1, I will link down below or up above on the video here. I'm not sure which side it's going to pop up on. But in part 1, I go over how to install the tune. Again, I'm running the Goosetuned custom ECU 91 octane, just the stage 1. And then I'm also doing the custom TCM, which is the transmission tune. So in part 1 of the video, I go over how to install the whole tune. I go step by step installing it, show you everything. It's super easy. But at the end of that video, I kind of left you hanging, and a lot of people have been asking me how to log data on the tune, how to send it back to Winfield, and then how to download the new maps. So in today's video, we are going to be hopping in the Raptor. We're going to be doing some polls. I'm going to show you how to log data and then how to send that back to Winfield. So let's go out to the Raptor right now and I will walk you through the entire process. Okay, we're here in the Raptor. We've got the cob access port, which you should be very familiar with by now. We're going to go ahead and plug the access port down here. Now, I've been running this stage 1 Goosetuned for about 6 months now. Yes, it's been that long since I did the first video, I apologize. But I've absolutely loved the tune. I have had 0 issues with it. The main reason I went with it is because my transmission was terrible. It was shifting super hard and it just wasn't fun to drive. So the transmission is totally smooth. I can definitely feel more power. It's faster and I've just enjoyed the tune overall. So eventually I might move up to a stage 2. That just means I have to install an intercooler. I have to install a new front mount intercooler, and I just haven't wanted to deal with that yet. So I'm sure I'll do it eventually, but for now I haven't done any other upgrades to the truck. It's just the stage 1 91 octane tune from Goosetuned. Winfield has been amazing to work with. He is extremely fast. We've already done a few revisions back and forth, and he's just awesome to work with. So if you're looking to tune your Ford Raptor, I highly recommend Goosetuned. We've got the access port plugged in, and you'll just come here to the main screen. Let me get to it first. So, and I'm looking at my phone here, which has my GoPro running. I apologize for all the glares. So you go to the main screen and you go to the very top where it says gauges, and you select gauges. And from there, it'll say the access port is identifying the ECU. Then it will pull up some different items. So mine shows the drive mode, the clutch pressure, the engine speed, the transmission oil temperature. You can go ahead and customize all these windows to whatever you like. Some people mount their access port here and they like to see all this data while they're driving. I just download the map, I throw the access port in the console, and I never look at it. But the one thing I do like looking at is the transmission temperature, because the truck doesn't perform well when it's cold, obviously. So it takes some time for the truck to warm up, and once it gets up to like 160, 170, then I know the truck is warm and ready to go. So let's get out to the road, and I'm gonna find a safe spot to do the poll where hopefully there's not a lot of traffic, and I'll walk you through it as we go. So we'll see you in a minute. We're driving to a spot to do a poll, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of how smooth the shifting really is in my truck now. So I am in sport mode. We're not starting from 0, but it is going to be pretty low. So slide roll, we're going to punch it and see how smooth it is. So before, I would have been jerking all around every time it switched gears, mainly between 3rd, 4th, and 5th gear. And now my truck is very smooth. Obviously it's going to be a little bit more aggressive when you're in sport mode, but overall I'm super happy with the transmission tune and the shift points. So we'll see in a minute when we find our spot. Okay, so I think we found a spot where it's safe to do a poll. There's not a lot of cars. It's somewhat flat. So what you're going to do, again, you're going to put the access port on the gauges screen. You are going to put it in manual mode. You're going to shift to 4th gear, and you're going to want to hold the RPMs right about 2,500. And once you're ready, you'll hit the center button, which will start logging, and then wait a few seconds, and then you're going to step on it, go full throttle all the way until you hit about 6,000 RPMs. Don't worry about redlining because the truck will not let you go past the red line, so it'll stop it as a safety feature. But you'll go all the way to red line. Once it does, you'll hit the center button again to stop logging, and then that records the first pull. Okay, so we're on the gauges view. We're in 4th gear in manual mode. I'm going to hit start, and we are just below 2,500 RPMs, and then you put it full throttle. Stop, just the center button, it'll stop the log, it saves it all, and then I'll usually do 2 or 3 runs, so we're going to do 1 more, and then we will go back home and send it over to Goosetuned. It is super windy. So we're in 4th gear again, 2,500 RPMs, we're going to hit start, which is the center button, we're going to hover at 2,500 RPMs for a second, and then punch it. Okay. It's windy. Okay, we got our second log, so we can go ahead and hit stop, which is the center button, and then it just goes back to the gauges screen here, and you're good to go. So we got 2 polls. That should be enough data for Winfield to look at, and now we're going to go home. We're going to show you how to upload it onto the computer and send it over. We are back home. We just finished doing some data logging in the Raptor. Now we are going to plug the access port into the computer, and we're going to show you how to send the data over to Winfield at Goosetuned so that he can look at the maps and then send a new revision. We're going to pull up the access port manager, which you just download directly from the Cobb website. And it'll pull up here. If you have the access port plugged in, it'll automatically pull up all the data. And it's as easy as going down to, all right, so logs, we did 2 logs this afternoon. So log 20 and 21. You hit save to the computer. If I go to the desktop, I've got a folder titled Raptor Tune Logs, and I hit open, and then I go over and I open that file, the folder I mean, and you can see the 2 files here that we downloaded today. Then we will go here to our email account. We'll find emails with Winfield. We'll go down here and click reply, and we will attach the newest maps. So you go to the Raptor Tune Log that we just downloaded, you open up the 2 maps, and you say, here you go, man. And then we hit send. And that is pretty much it. That is how you log data, send it to Winfield at Goosetuned, and then he will send it back. You follow that process until the tuning is complete. So he's going to go over these maps that we just sent him. He's going to make some adjustments. He'll send us a new revision. We'll do the same thing we did in part 1. We'll download the map onto the access port. You then go to your car and you upload the map. It takes less than 30 seconds. You don't have to hook up the battery and all that. You just select the new map and it uploads it super quick. Again, super easy process. Winfield has been amazing to work with. Over the last 6 months running his stage 1 Goosetune, I have not had any issues. I've loved the truck. It's fun to drive. It's smooth, has plenty of power, and I have nothing but good things to say about Winfield and Goosetuned. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you tuning into part 2 of the tuning video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.